Hey guys, today I wanted to show you how to play the game Totem Power Grid. You'll see it's a very cute little game, and yeah, it's you can just play it in your browser. No download necessary. It's just you just go to totempowergrid.com and you can start playing. Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit of background. So here we can see the rules and the story, etc. But I am here to explain these things to you today, so you don't have to look at those. Yes, so a little background story to this game. You can see it's a cute little island adventure type thing, and here we have Toto, the power shaman, and we are on the Isles of Fa'awea. And the story is that a hurricane came through and blew away all the power to all the villagers on the island, and now we want to restore power, and Toto's the one to do that. So let's just jump right into it. We have the island, and here are all the different levels. You can see there's easy, medium, hard, very hard, and let's go ahead and just start on an easy one, Fisherman's Dream. So you'll see here immediately that we have a nice board, a 5x5 board, and the harder levels are going to be bigger sizes. We have a tool here which lets us select different elements. So there are 5 different elements here, and of course we see Toto. He's just hanging out. Some mountains, the ocean. It's quite the scene, and some blueprints. So. And an activate button. That's a big red button. So let's go back to the blueprints. So you'll notice here we see the 5x5 board, 1-to-1 here, right? So 5x5 blueprints, and we see some huts and some lights here, and this corresponds to the power that we're trying to restore back to the village. So the villagers want 3 kinds of powers. They want electricity. So those are the yellow huts. They want fire, and those are the red huts, and they want light. Those power the light posts in the village. So those are these white little posts. Great. So that's the goal here. We're trying to power the village, and we want to make sure that we only power those squares and not any other squares, right? Because the other squares, they don't have the right technological units to absorb this power, and we're just gonna blow the village up. So if yeah, there we go. If we do it wrong, village blows up. No matter what, village blows up. Even if we don't put any power down, village blew up. Great. So how do we power these things? So again, you have these 5 elements: electric, light, water, earth, and fire. And what happens is you place totems. So we have a fire totem here. You place a totem, and it will power the adjacent slots with fire. Great. Click on the totem again to remove it. Same thing with water, and same thing with earth. So those 3 totems will power the adjacent totems with their respective element. Then you have 2 special kind of totems, which is electric, and this has a direction where you can choose which direction you want the electric totem to go. And you have light, which shoots a beam of light. Very fun. So, okay, seems simple enough, but what happens is that these elements will interact, and this is the key here. For example, fire interacts with water. So wherever these elements lay on top of each other, they're going to create steam. So that's the square here. And wherever earth interacts with fire, it'll create smoke. Great. Simple enough. Now it starts to get more complicated. When water interacts with earth, earth displaces the water to the side. You'll see that there is water there. Earth comes in and displaces the water to the sides. Cool. And then lastly, we have electricity. This isn't lastly, actually. Not lastly yet. There's still some more rules. We have all this water here, and electricity. When you put electricity on water, it'll conduct all the way through the water. So there we go. And then now, lastly, is steam. Okay, well, I keep saying lastly when it's not lastly. There's still a couple more here. Okay, so steam refracts light. So if we have light here, and if we shoot the light at the steam, it will refract and split, and it will refract again if we put another fire there. Cool. And then, okay, I think this is the actual last one where smoke will block the light. So do the same thing. You'll notice the light is blocked. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all the interactions. I might remember another one later, but I'm fairly certain that's it. So now that we have all the tools to play the game, we can play the game. So we look back at the blueprints, and now it starts to make a little bit of sense. Like, for example, what I would probably do is I would probably look here. I see a refraction here. That's definitely a refraction, so there must be a steam there. There seems to be another refraction there. And since there are two fires there, I imagine there's a fire there. So there must be a water there. So let's start with that. And there has to be light there, right? So that's beaming that way. So let's start with the light. The light has to beam this way for sure. And then we decided there was a fire right in the middle of the board. Cool. And there must be a water there to refract it. So let's do that. So, okay, so now we have that. Okay, but it refracts again, and there's another fire there. So it seems like we would need to put another fire there to get that refraction. Okay, we're looking pretty close here. The light looks correct. Fire looks almost correct. We have an extra fire there. So what we can do is let's go ahead and use some earth to turn that into smoke. And then we have 2 electricities there. Okay, so I'm actually going to move this over here. Ooh, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, actually that's fine. We'll do that there. And we have 2 electricities there. So we can do this easy mode where we do, let's do electricity here. And there's one there. So maybe I need to move this smoke here. Well, I can't do that. Does it refract again? No, it doesn't. Okay. Wow. I'm stumped all of a sudden. Wait, is this it? No, we still need to get rid of that fire. How do we do that? I literally just did this. All right, there we go. Ah, of course. Okay, we can put one there after the fact. Okay, so that's important. After the fact, you're allowed to put stuff down. Okay, there's another rule. I totally forgot. So order matters here. Order matters here. Great. And then I think that's it, right? I might be wrong here, but let's go ahead and activate and see. Yeah, we did it. Great. Cool. We saved the easy village. And if we go back, we should see that our village is powered. So that's the basics. That's the basics. And you'll see here, if we go to very hard, it gets hard. It gets very hard. It might even get harder than that. That might be even an easier one. Let's see. It gets hard. It gets hard here, especially when you have to start considering some configurations are only possible with earth overflowing water, and then conducting that water with electricity to get certain patterns like this. It can be pretty hard. So it is definitely if you're into puzzle games, this is not an easy one. And that, depending on your style, that could be a good or bad thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this guide, and let me know if you enjoy the game as well. And thanks for watching. Okay, goodbye.